Hey trophies, welcome to this week's Trophy Body Training 35-minute Yang workout where we're going to crush bodybuilding aerobics and then add my new 4-minute formula cardio where we're gonna go through that 4 minutes 3 times through. It's so much fun. If you've already done my Yin 2.0 workout, the 35-minute one, you've already done it, so you know what's a coming, but otherwise I'm gonna take you right through it so you know exactly what you're doing. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm Trophy Sally, and we need our towel and pillow for glute bridge, at least the towel for glute bridge, but then I like to have the pillow for the end of class when we do our meditation inversion, just to fully relax our body after this very energizing class. So pillow and towel handy, check. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna warm up, and I always like to, or I'm gonna start saying that if you're already warmed up, feel free to boogie a little bit more during this 4-minute segment. Otherwise, you can start easy breezy with me here and really give the joints that nice stretch and wake up so that we're super primed for jumping instead for our trophy bodies. So let's go ahead and roll our feet out and in. And I really like to grab the mat with this rollout so that we're really pushing into our ankle strength and our knee strength. You feel the knees activating there and the feet? Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and do some calf raises facing forward, stretching out the beautiful calves. And now let's point the knees outward, continuing to engage the calves and sinking into the hips. We are working outer glutes with this move. I love jumping instead because so many moves work so many different muscles. And that's what we learn and discover over time is more and more and more mind to muscle, mind to joint connection. All the joints are connected to all of the muscles. So we connect to all of them and then we just find this pure strength and flexibility throughout. Let's go ahead and now do some hip thrusting here, some easy coming up onto the balls of the feet and then letting the heels bob and finding stability through our back. And the core is stretching. We're working evenly here. I want you to pull back evenly with your obliques and then stretch through your chest a little bit, a little cat-cow. Excellent. Let's go ahead and relax. Come down to a super low bounce. Tuck our chin down. Pull the shoulders forward, hunching the back, holding the handlebar, bobbing the legs, tucking the chin. And then let's pull the shoulders up, lift ourselves up, and reach back and down through the flat foot, forward, up, back and down and forward. Hold up, hold back, hold and relax. Let's go ahead and take our arms down diagonal, feeling our arms flex through the lengthening, through the reach, and then let's flip our palms up and bounce our way up the clock with palms out and up. Stretch through the biceps, open through the chest, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders. Standing tall through your spine. Now your back is engaged. Up we go, all the way to the top. Hook at the top, thumb around the side of the hand. Pull up through your arms, but your shoulders still relax, but they're squeezed. Glazed eyes. This tells our body that we're relaxed while we train our bodies. And then we stay in a calmer place in our body, less stress in our body. Let's go ahead and reach down, palms to the walls, stretch through the wrists, forearms and down, reaching our hands back down and out, down, 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 down. And then one more time, open up your feet stance too. Out we go, up to the dive, and then I want us to gently twist to the side. Then I want us to lean into the front foot, keeping the back foot connected through the ball of the foot. Stabilize, lift, reach up, hold. And then relax. Coming back to center, twist, come up on the ball of the back foot, shifting the weight in the front foot, stretching, lifting, lengthening, back to center, and relax. Let's get rocking here. Lift the shoulders up. Perfect. Let's do some kicking. So we're gonna turn to the side, 2 mid bounces. If you're feeling charged up, 1 mid bounce is fine. We just need to start getting some stretching in the backs of the legs. The beginning of every workout should be easy on our joints. If we stretch too fast, then we're not having fun, right? So let's just ease into it because rebounding is already concentrated. So every lift is already stretching and strengthening more than we even know. So we get to take a chill pill a little bit when we're still not fully warmed up. But if you are, you can go ham. Let's go ahead and kick just a little bit higher for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's get some side kicks in, lift. Side kicks can vary. You can kick more forward diagonal. You can kick straight out to the side and point your toes. You can kick slightly back through the back hip, through the back glute. If you just find yourself working around your full hip in your side kicks, then you're getting all warmed up all throughout your hips. Let's go ahead and take it to the low back. Easy crunch, core stability. So there's a little arch like a dancer pose, and then lift through the chest. And then we let our leg fling back into a nice stretch through the back. Let's go ahead and lift the heels up and stretch the quads, strengthening the quads. Feeling the tug. That tug is building density in your muscles. Resistance training builds muscle tissue, building, strengthening, and stretching. Are we kidding? No, we're not. Rebounding is the highest level of training because it's the most efficient. It's doing it all at the same time. Let's go ahead and do some hacky sacks. Lift up, stretch those hips. My new favorite move, because it's the most challenging for me, we're stretching our outer glutes. We're getting those hips, and the hips do get tight. So easy done, getting our reps in. Beautiful. Let's go into a full twist, stretching through our lats and our core and our back. Excellent. We're gonna go into a jog and wake up, warm up the body. So I want you to get into a nice pace here that just feels right for you right now. And I want you to pull those arms back, stretching through your biceps with perfect form through your arms, 90-degree bend. And then I want you to feel your core and your back stabilized through your symmetry in your jogging. We're jogging on top of a resistance mat, the most genius way to jog. So we just have to find our perfect pace and let the rebounder take care of the rest. And then we breathe. Steady state through the nose in that low space in our lungs. So we're down in the bottom of the exhale. Not overextended exhale, just the bottom of the tank. And then we breathe into it, just low, like this. Staying in control, all right? So stay with me here and hear your breath, feel your breath, be with your breath for 50 more seconds. Core contraction, leg contractions just by landing onto the resistance mat. And then you can push into your resistance mat too if you're really in your present moment with your body. You could even put a squeeze in your arms and do just little arm engagement batons, just like this. Throw in a baton. Lots of opportunity of engagement with these moves. 10 more seconds. Nice and warmed up. Let's get into a walk in 3, 2, and 1. Health bounce first, and then walk. So while we walk, We're gonna immediately come into the bottoms of our feet. We're still pushing from the ball of the foot down, right? But the whole foot is getting connected so that we're not missing that heel opportunity. Then the handlebar high keeps us in perfect balance through the muscles we're working, that we're aiming for symmetry, right? So feel that symmetry. And then I want you to stick your booty out a little bit, keeping your momentum. Now, if you find that you don't need to lift your feet at all and you can just find a pushing momentum, that's phenomenal. Having a little lift can sometimes help activate a little bit more, or differently, I should say. So find whatever works for you and what comes naturally in this moment, because it evolves. Sticking your booty out, and then we can stand a little bit more upright, tucking our hips in just a little bit, and then we can stick them out, leaning a little more into the heels. We've got this resistance mat. If we grab our resistance mat and we push into our resistance mat, our legs are gonna start burning like crazy. So find that sweet spot where you can keep your engine going with your breath, because that's what your muscles are asking for, is oxygen. That's what that activation is. It's oxygen starvation. But when you feed your muscles, then you can keep going. And then glucose in your muscles is what's powering your muscles, your engine. So you gotta have that glucose in your muscles, which is what our food turns into. So it's just about making sure we're fully nourished for our workouts so that we can power through these workouts. That's what you're here doing. Let's go ahead and help bounce. Lactic acid flush and relax. Perfect. All right, we're gonna do some up battle ropes. So when we do the up battle ropes, we want to feel like we're pulling those resistance bands up. And we also want to feel like we've got a little movement in our wrist, flick up. Arms are tight back and in position so that when we land, we feel that stretch and that activation through our biceps and through our outer arms and deltoids. And then that back squeeze has our lats engaging. So we find that sweet spot where we get all that activation in our upper body quite evenly, and then we feel like we can stay in that momentum. Try to keep your neck loose. It all comes easier and easier with time, with practice. You're probably feeling good right now. Keep it going strong. You got 15 more seconds in you. At the very least, just get reps. At the very most, stay dialed in. 5, hold strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Perfect. At the 40, we're gonna do some raise the roofs. 3, 2, flat palms up. And now we're going to pump up. I want you to think easy right now. I want you to just think slow motion pumps. Pumping up to push you into your resistance mat. And then you're landing easy through the balls of your feet down to your heels, but stabilizing more into the balls of your feet, and your knees are soft and you're strong through your core. And you're just pushing up, easy whirl into your bounce. Keeping your neck loose, flat palms as much as you can. Take a break anytime and then get back to it. Nice open chest, eyes relaxed. We've got 12 more seconds. Breathe into it. Staying calm. Open heart. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. I even feel like I can have an arch in my back a little bit because it feels safe to do so in that position. Perfect. We're gonna do some tricep extensions. So let's go ahead and get into it. And we're gonna throw in the full jumping jack. So when we hit this outer bounce, I want our arms firm, nice punching fists, and then straight. But there's an engagement through the tricep with the squeezing into our sides. And then we connect to that down bounce, connect to that stretching, and then that core is like this. Boom, right at the middle of your mat. Engaged, lats, lots of support through the lats. And then you're stretching through your biceps. So much activation here, deltoids. If you're squeezing tight and staying firm, you're getting full deltoid work. We're going to the 45. Holding strong. Four, three, and two, and one. Relax into some ski jumps with me. Working inner outer thighs. If you're not too out of breath, lower your ceiling and just move a little bit faster. If you need some more rest, just pop up a little higher. I want you to see what you're capable of here with safety, but stay in precision and in form, using your core to guide you in your ski legs. Okay, you got 8 more seconds. Then we're gonna do some more up battle ropes in 3, 2, and 1. Relax, get into position here, and then throw the battle ropes up, 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 up. And then give your back little arch, your chest is up, and then it's all biceps, triceps, lats, deltoids. Perfect. How you land is up to you. You could have wider stance. You could have more center bouncing. You can notice you have a preference because it's quicker on the outer bounce. Hold strong. You're doing great. Stay calm in your mind. You've got 10 more seconds in you, I know it. Just keep your neck relaxed, arch your back, hold up strong for 5, 4, activation, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Shake it out. Got a little clickety clack. All right. At the 45, we're gonna get into some raise the roofs again. 3, 2, and 1. Now remember, it's easy motion, smooth motion, and we would just want to have it be mini raise the roofs. Minis. Pull those fingers back, keep your neck loose, keep your back arched just enough to have great form, and push up smoothly for 8, 7, 6, 5, ooh yeah, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Let's get into some walking. And I want us to point our feet outward and go into our mind to muscle connection in our legs. So if we go too fast, like I was just going, then we miss that heel opportunity. So pull the heel in. Now, if you've got flexibility and you can point your feet outward even more, then you're just working into new territory, but you just want to be right where you can be and let your body evolve and progress. So just outward pointing, squat walking, plie walking, lots of opportunity here, or names we could call it. And then let's come back to parallel and immediately feeling the full foot connecting. And then let's come into a little bit of pigeon toe. This is when I like to stick my butt out just a little bit more. And then maybe even take any sort of step out and just have it be more of like a pushing, bobbing, rocking, back and forth. And then let's come back to parallel for 8, bobbing, pushing, sculpting, glutes, or sticking out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I'm the clock, 2, and 1, and health bounce. Excellent. All right, we're gonna get into our 12-minute, 3 time through 4-minute formula at the 20. So I'm gonna give us a little break right now. We're gonna do some alphabet jawline work, and then we're gonna get into that 12-minute segment, which is gonna be so fun. So let's rock the alphabet, and then I'm gonna teach you how to do the 12 minutes. So let's go ahead and go one letter every bounce, exaggerate your mouth movements. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, so the 4-minute formula is front kicks, and the front kicks are gonna be having a nice tall temple pose at the top, and then we're gonna crisscross and touch the toes, just like this. We can keep it easy. That's minute 1. You can keep it easy if our heart rate gets up too high. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, at the very most, you don't even have to touch your toes, and you can always hold on to the handlebar. But I do want us to try to do toe touching. And then at the very most advanced level, we have our hands over our heads with a little stretch through the chest. We're in good form here, nice and high. And we touch at the top, and then we touch the toes. Opposite. Now we're working the core, 6-pack, obliques and back. You're working your legs and arms at the same time, but this is very core focused, very stable through the center. And then we rock it. If our heart rate gets too high, we lower our arms down, we lower our kicks down, and we stay in motion, getting reps. The next minute is gonna be side kicks with an arm reach. So get ready for those. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So when we do side kicks, we're going to do an opposite arm lift. And so at the most, we're lifting up high with our legs, and we're lifting up high with our arm stretch. Otherwise, we're keeping it easier so that we don't jack the heart rate up too high. We have to be very present with our breath, which you're doing right now, and I'm talking, so keep breathing, stay calm, and what you want is to feel stable through your lift, through your lats, through your obliques, through your core, and then find your pace, find your intensity that works perfect for you to stay in your nose breathing zone. Minis or maxis, whatever you want. The next minute is back kicks with a front reach, arm reach. Same side, 3, 2, and 1. So when you kick back with your right foot, you reach forward with your right arm. And same on the other side, exactly. And then when you keep your chest square to the ground, so you're just doing like a Superman, Superwoman, super trophy, and then you feel engagement in your lats, your shoulders, and then your back, and your glutes, and your quads. So how much do you lift your heel up? It's up to you. You might find that not doing the full lift through the heel works a little bit better to give your leg a little bit of a crunch, a kick back. And then you're getting a little glute squeeze in your kick back. And then you reach, and it's very heart rate heavy, so just make it easy. Or take it easy if you need a break. All right, next move is hacky sack. 3, 2, and 1. When we do the hacky sack, we're keeping our hands on the handlebar, and then we're adding that upper body twist, continuing to crush the core, doing my favorite new move, and keeping our chest up, and then twisting, building the most beautiful trophy core we can even imagine, and then having that flexibility and strength top to bottom. So this could be at the very least a recovery move, because the other moves are very high activation heart rate, or else you give this all you got to and you keep your heart rate going. So we're gonna do this 2 more times through, and up to you where you wanna land with your speed and intensity. Just breathe in that steady state, accordion breath, where you're power breathing, honoring your body, feeding your muscles. 3, 2, turn to the side. 1, here we go. I'm gonna do the full move with an easy pace in my body rather than kicking super high or reaching super high. And if you want to add mid bounces too, you might have already figured that out. You can totally do that if you feel like you're staying balanced. Core, core, core. This is all about the core. This connection at the top is an opportunity for lengthening through the core after we crunch. We crunch and lengthen, crunch and lengthen. Switching to sides in 3, 2, and 1. We want a palm up and we want a connection into the bottom of the bounce with a really beautiful stretch up. So we're getting super core oblique activation. Stabilizing through the center. And then working low back as well. I'm so impressed by you monitoring your heart rate, honoring your fitness level, your energy level for the day. We can change our fitness levels day by day. Back kicks just by our energy. You notice that? One day, you're more energized, you're fitter. The next day, not so energized, not so fit. So it's not about, oh, a story about how fit you are. It's just about how energized you are. Because even if, you don't have the most experience, but you're having a high energy day, you're here for it, and you're energized, and you're fit. So we want to bring our best to class. So we can really be calm and present and get the most out of every bounce. And then have incredible progress every week, every month with our connection to our trophy bodies. Excellent. Hacky sack in 2 and 1. Opposite side twisting. Getting your groove. The opportunity here for the connection through the core. We got to work into those inner core muscles with the twisting, stabilizing, hips, 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 glutes, glutes, glutes. Some days we're flowing, some days we're a little bit more structured. Jumping instead is so fun. Are we ready for one more 4 minutes? Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. You stay in control, you win. It's awfully quiet around here. That's what I'm talking about. Just you and the sound of music, your breath, your glazed eyes, teeth closed. Side kicks, let's go. Where's your spot? Where do you look? Do you look at me? Do you look at the ground? I could look at you, because looking at the camera right now is just as meditative as looking at the ground. Whatever keeps you in the zone. That's where I want you looking, with your teeth closed. Feeling that symmetry, that precision. Beautiful. Same side. Kicking and punching, back kicks, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your chest straight towards the floor, towards the front. You can add a little front diagonal push. That works too. See what feels right for you, because I like the alignment. Could not do this without a handlebar. Glutes, 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 and more glutes. Abs, 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 abs. Ready for our hacky sack? Brilliant job, trophies. 3, 2, 1. Same arm, twist it up, or opposites, but you know what I mean. Switching. I do like to keep my chest up with this one and let my flexibility and my poise flow. We're gonna do glute bridge next, while we got lots of blood running through our body. Pull those heels up. Feel the center line through your abs. Beautiful. Excellent. My new favorite formula. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Health bounce. When you're relaxed, grab your towel, lay it down for a beautiful glute bridge, and then we're gonna end on a nice relaxing inversion. So let's go ahead, lay down, find our head placement in our rebounder. Springs or mat, or bungees I mean, so we're aligned with our spines, and we have room for our feet to be wide, and then we can lift up through the glutes and find our heel position. I like my feet pointed outward just enough, and then we can find our glute position. I even like to scrunch my towel up here, and then find that glute position. My feet just went back in a little bit. And then we can bob. We don't have to bob. We can hold and squeeze. We can even tuck internally. And then if we want to let our knees lean out just a little bit and then pump just easily through our hips and heels, we can add motion to our squeezing, which is all jumping. So this is just a new, unique way to get into a nice glute squeeze. And then adjust as needed. So you're comfortable, you're activating, and you're feeling really good. Staying nice and relaxed, pushing through your heels. So it's just bobbing, but it's through the heels to get back into the glutes. You could even take your hands and touch your glutes, touch your hamstrings, and so you can feel that activation. You can even grab the rim of your rebounder here, down underneath your hamstrings. How does it feel? Where are you at? And then hold it. Strong. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We've got to go 15 more seconds to really finish off the glute note on a glute note. And then we're gonna bounce. So I'm gonna keep my towel here for the bouncing. 3, 2, 1. Drop your bum, lift your feet up, and then shift your weight back, because I need to, and then bounce just a little bit. If you gotta lift your head up so that your head's comfortable, then do that. You can also hold your head. Bounce a little bit to give that lactic acid pump out, goodbye, gone, high recovery, and then we can feel more energized for the day because we're giving ourselves that recovery. Let's give ourselves the ankle rotations. Little calf stretch through the pulling back of the toes, and then we can do a point and the ankle rolls. Excellent. Now I'm gonna reach up and grab my pillow and come back down, pillow on rebounder, and then I'm gonna pull my feet back up, get into an inversion, relax and melt into my rebounder, and let my body energy fully melt into my rebounder. Give it back. Find a comfortable position so that you can just relax. Relax your eye muscles. Relax your jaw, keeping your teeth closed. Relax your face. Relax your breath. Your whole body. Let go. And when you're ready, you can drop your feet down and get back up anytime you're ready. It's really good to let all that tension go out of our bodies because we are putting our bodies in tension intentionally. We're jumping, we're adding that resistance, and we're bringing up our energy by pumping all that blood circulating through our body, all that muscle activation. There's so much going on. So it feels really good to just relax the engine, the machines that we are, back down to just a normal steady state now, pace, so that now we can just go through the rest of our day and just be a little bit more grounded. But we've got our zap. We got our trophy zap in for the day. Fantastic job today, trophies. We had so much fun loving Jumping Instead and loving these membership workouts more and more. I mean, I've been loving them for years. We've been doing this trophy membership since, I want to say 2023, because that's when it started, and then we went all of 2024, and now we're in 2025. So we've been crushing these membership workouts for almost a year and a half, and they are at the best that they've ever been. So you are here rocking and rolling your trophy body with the best workouts that exist, in my opinion, because jumping is that level, and then we have the experience to bring you the full trophy body training package. So great work today. Stay strong, stay consistent. See you in class again. Stay hydrated, stay relaxed and poised in your perfect, beautiful trophy posture, and then you'll be back and ready to go again soon. Lots of love. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.